Hi everyone. Um, this week has been kind of blah, not really a whole lot to chat about. Um, Caesar's medication came the other day, so I'm waiting to see like how long is it gonna take before we start seeing some differences. I hope that the dosage is correct and he's not gonna need like like more when we go back in a month so they can check his levels. I just feel bad for that cat. Like that cat needs some reprieve. From wanting to eat everything. Like what the fuck? Um, like this poor kitty, like for the last month or so, he'd be eating his food and then like halfway through the food, like he's looking up and looking around at everybody else's bowls, like where are they at with their food? Like is there a chance that anything's gonna be left over for me so I can have their stuff too? So like that's why I make ground turkey was primarily like for him so he could eat more. Um But anyways, I'm just hoping that this thyroid stuff works itself out and that he can not dream about food all the time. Um Anyways, I feel like a civil war is in America's future. Um it's just my opinion. Like this week has not been a good week for really anybody in this country except for like, the evil ones. But I just feel like every day, still, and I talked about this like months ago, I think. Every single day, I'm still cycling through the same kinds of feelings because of what's happening in this country. Anxiety, like fuck, it's one thing to have anxiety on the regular, but then you add in evil Dick's bullshit anxiety and the cruelty that's occurring all around us and the fucking takeovers of like cities. Like seriously, like how is this real life? And so every day I just cycle through like anger, disgust, disappointment, hope. um no, that's all I can think of right now. uh, I'm still limiting my news sources. I'm still only sticking to once a week with the Rachel Maddow show because I can't ditch my girl. Like, I have been watching her for years. It's not about to stop anytime soon. But seriously, that bitch needs like a side hustle. I need to see more of her than just once a week. Um, and by the way, has anybody like who has MSNBC or like has heard of it? Like, if you're in this country, you likely have. Did you hear that they're changing their name to MS Now? I'm like, seriously? And they're like, we're separating ourselves from NBC and whatever else the fuck the article said. And we're going to make sure that we report accurate news and la 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 la. And I'm just like, this was just an article that came across my phone. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm so glad I don't have cable anymore. I do not like MSNBC anymore. I haven't had it since like January. And it's almost September now, and I haven't missed it because I can still catch Rachel on YouTube for free once a month. Because people are nice enough to do that, to do things they're not supposed to do, so that the rest of us can not pay for bullshit. You know what I mean? MSNBC used to be my favorite channel, but from everything I have heard since the hostile takeover from Evil Dick and his minions, they just start sanitizing everything and they say they're reporting accurately, but they're still like, uh, I don't know how to word it. I just think that they're not being as direct and honest in the reporting as they can be. I'm so fucking sick and tired of like seeing people like, commercials for like different shows that the network has where like four or five people are sitting around a desk and chatting about, oh, the military is in DC right now and like that, that's shouldn't be happening. Like no fucking shit. What the fuck good is it to have people sitting around a table talking every hour of every goddamn day on that fucking show? And then reporting the same stuff over and over again. Like, where is the change? Where is the good change? And so, like, Rachel Maddow once a week, Mary Trump every single day. And I don't know if I said this, but like, I ditched the New York Times like 3, 4 months ago because I feel the same about them as I feel about MSNBC. Is like, you motherfuckers are not reporting accurately, and you're just trying to report like just enough to keep like us happy, but also so that you don't piss off evil dick. So like, I go to cancel my membership for New York Times. This is how I know I made the right decision. So if anybody listened to like way back months ago, probably a year ago, when I went to like cancel the subscription, I was paying $20 a month for that. And they did not want to see me go. So they were like, all you have to do is pay $4 a week. And I was like, oh, that's a good deal. Or $4, no, not a week, $4 a month, sorry. So $20 a month versus $4 a month, like, sure. And then as time goes on and the reporting hasn't gotten any better, and in my opinion, the quality has decreased, um, I'm like, fuck this, I'm out. So I go to cancel, and they're so desperate that they were like, $1 a week for the next 6 months. Or $1, why did I say a week? $1 a month for the next 6 months is what their fucking offer was. I was like, is this real? The New York Times, once reputable, like respected, still people respect this newspaper, um has been held in such high esteem for many a year, and now you have stooped to the fact that like you're just willing to like give away your shit for like $1 a month. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So desperate. So no thank you. And also, like, I have myself subscribed to a couple of like MS uh what is it? Yeah, MSNBC on Threads, because I still need at least the headlines. I need to like at least read the headlines. And so, who am I going to trust more to get those headlines from? Probably that one, despite everything I just said about them. You know what I mean? This is just fucked. Um, I refuse to like read news on the internet anymore. I haven't done that in the whole year, I don't think. I don't go scrolling. I don't have like a Facebook. The most I scroll is on Substack, and that's good stuff that I get to read. Not bullshit. So I'm just throwing it out there. Does anybody have any news sources you could recommend to me that are like free, or maybe like on YouTube, like Mary Trump Media, like along the same lines as like that type of news reporting? Um, because I don't mind, like I don't mind getting my news from people like that who I trust in. But anyways, do you have anything that you can recommend me so I can expand a little bit beyond these few sources that I have, because that's how much I'm trying to guard my mental health right now. That's just the truth. Anyways, um motivation's been pretty hard for me this week, in case anybody was wondering. Like, I am currently trying to talk myself into going across the street, and by across the street I mean down the road, take a left, go across the street, past the light, take a right, and then there's the store. It's not even a minute away by car. I'm trying to talk myself into going there to Walgreens so I can pick up my damn estrogen before they close for the whole weekend, because they're not open on weekends anymore. And they wait till the last minute to fill my fucking estrogen, even if I request it early, you know? So I really do need the estrogen. Otherwise, I go 3 days without it, and I don't want to find out what that's like. So I'm trying to motivate myself to get into my car to drive the 1 minute to Walgreens. You know, it's just, it seems like a lot in my head. And it's Friday, and this week has been blah. Anyways, um, so last weekend, Madeline was here, one of our nieces. And, um, I was wondering if Madeline was going to bring Monopoly, because we gave her our Monopoly game, but then like she lost some of the cards and stuff. I don't know how you can do that, but she did. And so Bella has Horseopoly because she loves horses, and I guess it's Monopoly with like horse things. And so I was talking, because Madeline said that she was going to see if Bella would let her bring it, and I was talking to Alicia, like, um, because shit, this was a week ago. I feel like This was like a month ago. I'm talking about this, but Alicia was just like, she's been very stressed. She's been very busy with like work and like other things that are going on, and I needed to like she didn't say this, but I needed to step up when it came to like Madeline that weekend because Alicia just needed some time to herself, and I totally understand that. So I was talking about like, well, what if she brings Monopoly? Like, I don't think that that's a game that just her and I will be able to play. And, because like Madeline loves games, Alicia does not love games very much. I like them. But I told Alicia, I said, Monopoly is the one game that I refuse to play with Madeline. However, like, I'm not going to totally throw out that option, but like, basically, if I play just with her, I'm going to fucking steal money from the bank. I don't care if she's a kid. I'm going to steal. I'm going to try to beat her. Um, I'll cheat. I don't care. I've always cheated at Monopoly. Like whenever I got control of the bank, like you're giving somebody with dyscalculia and impulse issues control of like the Monopoly bank. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking steal. Um, and she's like, you would do that to like a kid? I'm like, yeah, I don't care. So I just thought I would say that. Also, I hit a milestone I didn't know that I needed to hit or was going to hit. I drove with a child in the car for the very first time in my entire life that I can at least that I can recall. Um, because where were we going? Oh, Madeline likes to go out to like grocery stores and stuff and just kind of like putz around and I think Alicia had just gotten back from taking her to the beach. And yeah, so then I was like, well, we need some stuff. Do you want to go to the store? And she's like, yeah. And so, like, I pulled Alicia to the side. I was like, how do I drive with a kid in the car? She's like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, what do I don't know. I'm scared. Like, what if something happens? Um, Nothing did. And then, like, taking her, so I took her to Aldi because it's a small store. There's not a lot of options to make, and I remember having issues with decision making last week. So I was like, let's just go to Aldi so that they only have like two or three options per thing to choose from. You know what I mean? So it really helps you make choices quickly. And I don't know how to behave around a kid. It's quite embarrassing, but she was nice about it. So like, oh, hold on, Apollo, you can't come over here, honey. I'm sorry. Um, I love you. Okay. And just in case you needed to hear that again. Um, but anyway, so we get out of the car and we're going and we're in the store shopping. I have no idea like what to do with the child. Is the kid supposed to, she's 12. Um, she's supposed to be standing next to me? Is she supposed to be behind me? Does she walk in front of me and I follow her? Like, what is the appropriate protocol here? Because, there's not always room to walk side by side with somebody depending on how many people are in the store. And there were, quite some people there. So I didn't know anything about that. And then I started like talking to myself, and I never do that in public. I always do it here because it's just normal and I talk to the cats, but it's not something I've ever really done in public. And so, like, I found myself like looking at, for example, the cereal, and I'm like, do I want this one? Do I want that one? Is Alicia gonna want this one? And like, my entire thought process is being narrated out loud. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? It's anxiety. I know it was anxiety. And then like we got to like the end of the store, like to opposite side, and like I realized we needed something that was on the other side, and I was like, "Can you go get this thing?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then she looked a little hesitant, and then I was like hesitant. I'm like, "Am I supposed to ask a 12-year-old to go by themselves to go get an item from something like somewhere without like me with them? What the fuck to do?" And I can hear you parents out there, or you folks that are comfortable with children. I can hear you snickering or whatever, but come on, man. Like, I didn't know what to do. I've never done this before. So then I was like, maybe I'll just go with you because what if you're snatched? And she just looked at me like, okay. Oh my God, I still don't know. Was I supposed to let her go on her own? I don't fucking know. But then I was like, no damn way am I going to come to a grocery store and have like my niece being snatched and then it's my fault. It wouldn't be good if it was somebody else's fault, but it shouldn't be my fault. Anyways, so like that gave me a lot of anxiety. And like Madeline, oh my God, she's just like, it'll be okay. Don't worry. And I'm like, oh, am I not setting a good example for her? Like, oh no, like I'm doing what my mother did. My mother made me afraid of life. Am I doing that for her? Like, fucking nuts. I was so neurotic. And then I get home and we're carrying the groceries up, and Alicia meets me at the door, and I'm just like, oh, and she's like, what happened? I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And she's like, oh my God, what happened? I was like, nothing happened. Nothing happened. And I thought it would. And she's like, well, that's something to be happy about. And oh my God, no. Just how much time did I spend on this? I said I didn't have a lot of oh, 15 minutes. Okay. My mouth is starting to not work right. Um, all that to say, I drove with the kid in the car and I went shopping with the child by myself. And then I got us all home safely. And I'm pretty proud of that. And next time she comes up, I told her I would take her to Wegmans because I would love to see the look on her face that I had on mine when I first stepped into a Wegmans. Um, I had never been in a grocery store like that before. Now I just take it for granted, obviously, but she's never seen anything like that. So I think I'll take her to Wegmans next time because she likes stores and she don't mind being around people. And then so I figured out that I'm like strategizing with kids now. This is ridiculous. So like now I figured out that if I just play games with them, if I hang out with them for about 4 hours between 8 and midnight, then I can just go back to my room for the night and then that's it. I don't have to like come back out for anything. You know what I mean? Like I would take a break and then I would come out at midnight and then I wouldn't come back here till like 2. So I was like, I don't really like the way that's going. So I figured out that like if I just stay out there and play games and like we chat and stuff, and by midnight I've had enough and my mouth is already not working well anyways. And so like, and I told her, I said, I got to leave now because I've hit my limit for, socializing, and she totally gets it. So that's great. But anyways, in case I didn't say this before, I am for real 100% the fun aunt. I am the fun aunt. Alicia, not so much. Um, and so Alicia was like, because even Alicia said I was the fun aunt, and she's like, I'll give you an example. Like when I said, she texted Bella happy birthday, last month or whenever her birthday was, and Bella just wrote back and said thank you. And then when I texted happy birthday, she wrote back and said thank you. And thank you so much for our late night talks. Like, they're so helpful. Like, huh. That sounds like I'm the favorite. Um, I feel like I'm in competition. I don't know with the cats and now with kids. I don't understand what's happening here, but I don't know. It's kind of nice to be somebody's favorite, even though they haven't used that word yet. I know it's going to come out of their mouths soon, and we have Bella coming up next week, so who knows? But like, I am the favorite aunt compared to my wife. That is a huge achievement in my books because Alicia's good at everything. She's good with all kinds of people. But like, this is the one area where like I have something up on her. Like, I don't know. I'm not in competition with my wife, even though it sounds like it. But anyways, this episode means nothing at this point if you haven't already figured that out. And that's really all I had to say was this country fucking sucks. Um, and I'm the favorite aunt. I know I'm going to regret publishing this episode, but I'm going to just do it anyways because, like, I've had to build myself up. Like, oh my God, everything this week. I've had to talk myself into doing, even like doing an episode, even though I like doing episodes. Everything just seems like a struggle. There was one day where I like hyperfixated and zoned out on work for like hours, and it was a wonderful day. But that was about it. And then all the other days I've cycled between like neuroticism and all the other shit that I mentioned. So if anybody can relate to this, anything in here, can you please comment or message whatever is most comfortable for you. I really do need more news. news suggestions because I don't want to be left completely in the dark, but I also don't want to compromise my mental health and like just read shit all day. That's not going to be good for me. Anyways, thank you for listening. And I haven't said this in a while, but if you're not on Substack, I'm on there. I have links for things for places where I travel on the internet if you would like to visit me there. If not, that's okay. I'll still talk to you and you'll listen, and I appreciate that very much. More than you think, actually. I'm gonna just stop talking now because it's 20 minutes. Okay, thanks. Bye. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Come back. Okay, bye.